shotgun. Hands up. Just gets rid of this one to Waller with some room to run. Darren Waller exploding. Waller showing off his speed. Down the sideline. Waller tripped up at the 20. Will Parks may have saved a touchdown. A 76-yard catch and run for Darren Waller.
Former Pro Bowl tight end Darren Waller has announced his retirement after 8 seasons. Waller announced the news on social media he was hanging up the cleats. Waller also announced on his YouTube channel about his decision. Waller said that he loved playing football, but his interest was slowly fading. Waller played from 2015 until 2023. He played with the Ravens, Raiders, and Giants. The Georgia Tech product was drafted by the Ravens in the 6th round in 2015 as a receiver. Early in his career, he dealt with substance abuse. He was suspended 4 games in 2016 for violating the NFL's substance abuse policy. He missed all of 2017 as well. Waller was released by the Ravens in 2018 and later signed to their practice squad. In the game versus the Raiders, Waller was seen by former head coach John Gruden warming up. The next day, the Raiders claimed Waller and signed him to their active roster. 2019 until 2021, Waller enjoyed his most productive seasons where he had over 3,000 receiving yards with 14 scores. In 2020, he had his best season and had 1,196 yards. With his great season, he was selected to his first Pro Bowl. However, after 2021, Waller struggled with injuries. In 23, he was dealt to the Giants for a 3rd-round pick. He was expected to fix the Giants' passing game, but an injury to his hamstring caused him to miss 5 games. When he was on the field, Waller played well, where he had 52 receptions for 552 yards and 1 score. After the season, it was reported that Waller was mulling retirement. Many in the Giants organization were aware of the situation and were expecting that he would make his decision before minicamp began. The 31-year-old ended up missing all the team's OTAs and voluntary workouts, which led many to speculate that he was done playing football. It's been a tough year for Waller as he filed for divorce in April after being married to WNBA player Kelsey Plum for 1 year. During the offseason, Waller released some music that involved his relationship with his former wife. Before he announced his retirement, Waller released some clips on his YouTube channel about a situation that happened during the season.
Last season in New Jersey, we played the Jets on October 29th. I don't have anybody to fact check me, but somewhere around there, I got hurt that game. And then the following week, the Giants were playing the Raiders in Vegas, and I stayed back for rehab reasons. And I think it was November 6th. You know, the fever starts to build, start to get the chills and stuff like that. But then, like, by the time I pulled into my parking garage at my condo and get out the car, like, I'm like shaking like pretty violently, like uncontrollably, to where I was like, this is a little weird, a little different. This one's just going to be a little bit more difficult than before, I guess. And I get to my room, and I'm like, all right, I'm just going to lay in the bed and sweat the bed out. I wake up fine in the morning, but then, like, I couldn't breathe and found myself, like, my head starting to nod and, like, losing consciousness. I think I'm talking clearly on the phone, but they can't make me out or make out much of what I'm saying. So I realized I kind of had to, like, go with the nodding and, like, breathe deep. And then they finally, like, got my address, and I get up and put a shoe, like, in the front door to prop the door open. So, like, when they arrive, they can just kick the door open and come check on me. And I just go sit on the, I kind of stumble to the couch, cut all the lights on, and I'm there just kind of like breathing deeply, trying to hold on to my breath. And in between each breath, I'm yelling out like, help. So like the neighbors I could maybe wake the neighbors up, and maybe they'd be like, what is that? And they'd come through or whatever. But that fight kind of ensued. I don't know how long the time was. It felt like forever. And I'm like, damn, like I'm just dying on this couch and nobody knows. It was a very, like, humbly, very scary event, you know. And I remember what felt like, which was kind of similar to my overdose, just like the power, like, plug just being pulled out, and I just couldn't breathe anymore. But then it was like immediately somebody was there. It was like a paramedic and a police officer. That paramedic put an oxygen mask on my face, and a police officer was there. And then I was able to I was still very much out of it, but could kind of have a conversation with him.
During his career, Waller overcame many struggles. After his recovery, Waller was open about his substance abuse. With Waller calling it a career, he will be greatly missed. Many will remember him for his time with the Raiders and just how great he really was.
And Carr in